Hi, welcome. It's Angie Swearingen from Yoga Learning Adventures here to bring you some reclined stretches for the lower body. You will need a yoga strap today. If you don't have one of these, you could use a scarf or another kind of belt. And find a clean, comfortable floor space. We're going to lay back. So keeping the knees bent, we're going to be in constructive rest position, soles of the feet on the floor, laying back. And then taking the strap and wrapping it around the right foot, taking that leg up in the air, and I'm holding the strap in either side of my hand. So I've got a little tangle here that I'm getting out. And then this other leg, this left leg, you can leave it bent if that's comfortable, or you can try stretching it out long. And here we want to flex that foot. That left foot is flexed, the right foot is flexed. Now you might have less flexibility in this right leg, so perhaps your knee is bent. That is totally fine. Do what works for you, but make sure you're keeping both feet flexed here. Take a deep breath, noticing the sensations down the back of that leg. And then we're going to take the leg out to the side. So putting your left hand on your left hip, taking the right leg out to the side as far as is comfortable. Maybe your knee is a little bent here. That's perfectly fine. Maybe you can take it all the way out to the side. Maybe it's more upright. So finding the position that works best for you. That left hand is reminding you to keep the left hip on the floor. And then taking the strap into the left hand, we're going to cross over the body, taking the right arm out beside you. Taking a big deep breath in and letting it release. And then I'm going to show you a different angle here. So turning to the side, you don't need to turn your body. Just want you to have a better view of what we're doing here. So strapping that right foot, taking it up into the air, straightening out that left leg if you like, taking a couple of breaths, noticing the sensation. Remember, it's okay if your knee is bent. It's okay if it's not upright in this position. And then letting the leg go out to the side. So the left hand is on the left hip, keeping that hip on the ground just as a reminder. Couple of deep, smooth breaths, noticing the sensation in the back of your leg and the hip. And then switching the strap to the opposite hand and taking the leg over the body. Right arm is out to the side. You can look over at that right hand, taking a deep breath. Remember, it's okay if you're not getting as deep into the poses as I am. It takes a lot of practice to improve your flexibility, so don't be discouraged. And then releasing. I'm going to move back to show you the other side, and we'll do that in both of those views again. So strapping the left foot, taking it up in the air. This leg can stay bent or we can straighten it out. Flexing both feet. Notice from side to side. So on my left side, I have a lot more tension in the hamstrings, the back of the thigh, than I did on the first side. So you might want to have a slight bend in the knee here to compensate for that. You can have as much of a bend in your knee as you like. And then as you're ready, taking the arm out to the side, taking the left leg out to the side as far as is comfortable. I'm actually going to take that right hand and put it on my hip to remind me to keep that hip down on the ground. Take a big deep breath, switch the strap to the other hand. So now the strap is in my right hand, left arm is out beside me, crossing the body. Taking a big deep breath, noticing the sensations all down the back of that leg into the hip. And then releasing. And again, let's look at that from a different perspective. Reclining, strapping the left foot. Taking it straight up, flex the feet, keeping the right knee bent or straightening it out. Couple deep breaths. Having a bend in the knee is perfectly acceptable. And then taking that left leg out to the side, put your right hand on your right hip, reminding you to keep that hip on the ground. And only take your leg out as far as you can while you still keep the hip touching the ground. Still want to be connecting here. As you're ready, switching the strap to the opposite hand. The strap is in my right hand. Taking the left leg over the body. Take a couple of deep breaths, noticing the sensations, comparing from side to side, checking, are your feet still flexed? Big deep breath and releasing. And stay in this constructive rest position for a moment. Let's put one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly. Closing the eyes and just checking in. How does your low back feel now? How does your belly feel in your hips and your thighs and your lower legs? Which of these strategies was most helpful today? How could you build this short routine into your schedule to help with low back and hip and issues with the upper legs? So you're ready, opening the eyes. Ready to move back into the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me today for some lower body stress relief. Take care.